Hi, this is David Jum coming to you from beautiful Lake Tahoe and Sotheby's International Realty. Today's topic that we're going to talk about is our favorite hikes around Lake Tahoe. As summer season is coming upon us, this is when the snow's melted and you can get just about anywhere you want to go to your favorite alpine lake or beautiful forest or whatever you want to do. So to start, you have to realize that the Tahoe trail system started many, many years ago. And what's really cool is they put in what they call the Tahoe Rim Trail, and it goes all the way around the ridge lines of Lake Tahoe. It's about 169 miles long, and today we're just going to kind of show you glimpses of our favorite stretches. My personal favorite, being with a history in geomorphology, is I really enjoy glaciation. So I love to get up to the high country. I like to get to the granite. I like to go to the Alpine lakes, and the Alpine lake section of it is, several different sections, and you'll find lakes all the way around Lake Tahoe. But my favorite stretch is really from Echo Summit to about Blackwood Canyon. That little section right there is, you go through some of the most pretty areas of Lake Tahoe and you're in the Alpine. That's also some of the areas that get the best snow in the wintertime, because there's a double ridge line there which causes the snow to dump and really fill in. So if you're hiking early in the spring, make sure you bring some sort of poles or snow equipment to possibly hike some big snowfields. As you move on into summer, generally by about mid-June or July, it's already cleared up. So we're going to start with that hike. Our next favorite one is Stanford Rock, and that's coming up the West Shore. Stanford Rock is one of those iconic hikes that it's off the TRT. Like if you came up from Blackwood Canyon, you can come up from Blackwood Canyon, or you can come up from Sunnyside. The Stanford Rock Trail is just a fantastic trail. You get up on top of that, you look down into Alpine Valley. It has spectacular views of the lake, and it truly is one of the most, I think, iconic West Shore hikes there is. If you're looking for a short hike on the West Shore, we would definitely suggest Eagle Rock. Eagle Rock is just a quick, like maybe 250-foot climb. But what's unique about Eagle Rock is Eagle Rock was actually the old lake level of Lake Tahoe. Back when the glaciers filled the valleys and they were filling up the lake. And Lake Tahoe's lake level used to be about 250 feet higher than where it is today because of the glaciers that came out of Squaw Valley and Alpine Meadows. So a little geology trivia fact there for you. As you move north and you move into Burton Creek State Park, if you're looking for just a mellow hike in the woods, Burton Creek is probably one of your better trails. If we take a left at the Y and we head towards Alpine and Squaw, one of my all-time favorite hikes and a good trail run, if you're looking for a good trail run, is to hike up the Alpine Five Lakes Basin. And it starts right at the end of Deer Park. There's a parking area right there, and the trailhead's right there, and you can hike up to 5 alpine lakes within about 2.5 miles, and it works out to be about a 5-mile round trip. So if you're looking for a short hike with lots of extreme terrain and beautiful lakes to just kind of chill today, that's definitely the one to go to. As we move north, we're going to move into Kings Beach. There's a couple good hikes off of Watson Peak. One of my favorite is the Fire Lookout Trail, and you basically park on 267 just before the Brockway Summit. The trail's on the right-hand side as you're looking uphill, and you hike up to the Fire Lookout. That's really cool because you can look back into Truckee and you can look over into Lake Tahoe at the same time. As we move north to Incline Village, Incline is one of my favorite areas for trails just because the rock that is surrounding Incline is what they call a plutonic batholith, if you want the geological term, and it's made out of granite. And the granite just creates this trail that is just packed granite, and it's like less dusty than a lot of trails that you'll hike on the west shore of Lake Tahoe, because that's all volcanic rock, believe it or not. And if you want a geologic lesson, we'll give you one of those probably a few videos from now. Okay. 3 favorite hikes in the Incline area. Number 1 is the Mount Rose hike, and you basically, at the top of the summit, there's a parking area on the left, and you basically hike to the right of the ridge line, and you end up at the top of Mount Rose, which is just beautiful. We'll include some pictures and links to these trailheads down below. And if you like what you see today, obviously like and subscribe our channel, because we are trying to provide you valuable information, and we always welcome your comments. So if you have a favorite hike, tell us what it is, and we'll post them on our line, and we'll get Justin or Michelle out there to go hike it and take some pictures of it so that you guys can share your wealth of knowledge. The second favorite hike is the Mount Rose Meadow hike. And that basically is you go at the top of Mount Rose Meadows, you'll see this giant meadow and there's a big loop that goes around the meadow. And that's just a super beautiful, especially this time of year in June, all the wildflowers start to bloom. There's probably patches of snowfields. Bring your mosquito dope because the mosquitoes up there this time of year will be bad. And, usually by about, mid-June to early July, the mosquitoes die off in Tahoe. So we don't really have a bug problem. But the final hike that I just love over there is you can hike the Ridgeline from Mount Rose Meadows to Tunnel Creek. And that is just a cool hike because you hike up and you look down into the Carson Valley on your left-hand side as you're hiking towards Tunnel Creek, and you have these beautiful granite spires up there, and then you hike over to the right side, you're looking at Lake Tahoe. When you get to Tunnel Creek, you can go left and you can hike the Flume Trail, but the Flume Trail a lot of times is like crowded with bikers and a ton of people, so it's not one of my favorite hikes, even though it has some of the most iconic views in Lake Tahoe. As we move down the east shore, there's a couple different hikes that I just want to point out. One is the hike to Marlette Lake. That is really cool. Like you hike up from the Marlette Lake parking spot, or there's another trail right there at the bottom of, what is it called? Chimney Beach, the Chimney Beach Trail. You can hike up Chimney Beach to Marlette Lake, or you can actually come in from the south side and go up to Marlette Lake. With that said, there is a beach trail in one of the best beaches, and this will be on our next video, which is our favorite beaches. But the East Shore beaches are the Caribbean of Lake Tahoe. Because they get the beautiful sunsets, there are beautiful trails that hike, and you can hike, I think it's up to about 5 or 6 miles along the East Shore trails and just find a private beach of your own. Okay, so that is our top trails of Lake Tahoe. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please subscribe to our channel, and you're welcome to share it as much as you want. We hope to see you in Tahoe. Have a wonderful day.